Hello there, Gimli. I presume your father briefed you on our little quest? Ah, Pineleaf! A glorious battle awaits us! Yep, he was briefed by his father, all right. Are you and your allies ready? Well, I'm a little short on the allies department, but I'm a warden. I'm a fellowship all by myself. Besides, I get inspiration for being solo in this quest. My father sent me the keystone, so I am prepared. Let us go now into the mountains to defeat Skorgrim and his dour hands. Yes, let's go.
Skorgrim's dour hands have taken refuge from the wrath of Durin's folk within an ancient dwarf hole high in the passes of the misty mountains. There they plot their return, unless an end can be put to their scheming once and for all. Will you just look at this?
Skorgrim must think that the walls of his fortress will keep him safe, tall and broad as they are. But he does not know about the keystone you recovered. We will fight our way through his remaining defenses, and perhaps I will give him one chance to come out the main gates of the keep to face me in combat. He has no honor, so my challenge will probably go unanswered. It is just as well, but my axe is anxious for a chance to end this full dour hand. Are you ready? The dour hands cannot hope to stand against us. That's right, let's go. Your doom has arrived, dour hands. Baruch Kazad. Yeah. Let's go. Down with the dour hands. You fought well, my brother. What? Well, whatever he means there. To my master! Oh well, whatever. What fools these intruders must be! You're not the first dour hand I've fought, I hope you know. It probably won't be the last either. Well, especially since you get dour hands inside skirmishes with the Stormkeeper and the Kegmaster. So I'll always wind up with some. And of course you also have the dour hands you run into in Icy Crevasse. And I'm trying to think. Other dour hands you run into in oh, of course you run into plenty of dour hands in Siege of Gondoman also, of course. You can't forget Siege of Gondoman. So yes, plenty of opportunities to kill dour hands in skirmishes. And I might even find a missing page to the chieftains of the Dunedain. Do these guys have... Well, it looks like I have all the ones from the chieftains of Dunedain, so giants do carry pages, or could potentially do so. Alright. Of course, aren't too many skirmishes that have giants, and the one that I could think of the most is Fort of Brunin, which doesn't drop pages. Because you only get pages from the Misty Mountains. No skirmishes there. From Forhel. One skirmish there. From Eregion. No skirmishes there. And finally from... Ouch! Thank you for dying. And finally Angmar, where I would hope that I would have all the pages by the time I get to the skirmish that's in Angmar. Did I just get 2 of them from there? Or was that just... I wasn't sure whether that was 2 pages from the same book I managed to get there, or if that was... No, obviously that was only 1 because I have 1 more to get from this area. Oh, a giant. How nice. You're going down, giant. Down, down, down to Giant Town. Urgh. Oops. Ouch! Yeah. Oh, we dealt with that. What next? Let us rest here for a moment, and then we will see about ending these villains. Alright. We could do that.
My Durin's beard!
I am ready to go on, if you are as well. I will challenge Gorgrim to come down, and if he does not, we will seek out the hidden door. Alrighty then. Let us see now what Skorgrim has to say. Skorgrim! You cannot hide forever! So be it. If you won't come down, Skorgrim will come up. Alrighty. Well, we'll see how that works. Oh, we have to deal with the minor laceration here. To me, to me, to me, to kick. Oh, okay. Now we're done with Bulwer's Boy for this area. So we just have one more page, Watch Against the Night, and then we're done with our cold area ones, which means none from Icy either after that one. Now Moria also drops them, but usually I have all my pages before I get to the Moria skirmishes. I think I did have one character that actually did manage to finish him up in a Moria skirmish. One obviously that did a lot of skipping of stuff. Because it's tough not to get all of them before the Moria skirmishes are ready there. Especially if you're doing completionist, as I'm doing here. When you're playing completionist, yeah, you get those things rather early on, I suspect. Ouch! Okay, Gimli, I'm coming to help. There you go. Done. Next. Oh, Skorgrim! They haven't thought to guard the hidden door. That will be their undoing. Right. Time has been cruel to this mechanism. Now to find the Nazgul and Skorgrim. There you go.
The day of our vengeance is near.
It seems these Darhans were not expecting us to come through the hidden door, Pineleaf. And this is amusing, but I tire of dealing with lesser Darhans. Let us find Skorgrim with no further delay. Let's go. Up we go. To find Skorgrim, deal with him once and for all. Alright, I will make sure I go after the same group you do, so that we don't have too many to deal with at once. Ah, okay, actually, we'll take care of the captain first. And that way, the area stuff can affect them as they keel over from, oops. Come to my aid, my brothers! Oh, these must be your brothers. Help the captain! You mean the one that's now lying down dead? Yeah, he needs your help. Ah, Gavilazon champion! We got a captain, a champion. Is there also a Gabilazon warden and a Gabilazon? Well, I guess there could be a rune keeper in theory. They could have some Darhan stormkeepers here. All right. Hey, Gabilazon foreman. Yeah, we started out with 4 of them. Yeah, they could count then. But now they're down to 3. And I should reduce that even further in a moment. The population of Dowerhands in the area, take that, is rapidly dropping. Well, I guess he could just go up ahead because that one there is not. Look, looks like taking care of them all, I think. Yeah. Well, it is time to finish this. The Nazgul and Skorgrim have nowhere else to hide. Right.
I think I have had quite enough.
His doom stands outside his door, and he has no choice but to face it. Are you ready for battle? What do you think I've been doing all along here? Home out, you villains! Your day is done! Thrice accursed fools! Skorgrim, deal with these interlopers, and then bring me your men to Heligrod. You have gained entry through some dishonorable means, Gimli, son of Glowing. You shamed the Longbeards with your sneaking and crawling. Begone! Enough talk, Skorgrim! My axe will put an end to this, and my spear will put an end to these fell spirits. Well then, let's deal with them. Huh! Well, that took care of a lot of them. Maybe I should have used a stronger hope token. Yeah, forgot. Skorgrim! Well, it could be worse. I could be fighting a Nazgul. But he left the area. We'll have to see what he's up to. Well, he's going to Heligrod. That's where he's going, right? Keep fighting! Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do. I'll finish you myself. Are you sure about that? I think I'll finish you. Ouch! That Hoyt! That also Hoyt. Nemesis. Oh, fun! The Darhands will have their vengeance! Yeah, so you keep on saying. But I can deal with you. They'll have their vengeance over your dead body. The doom of the North will fall upon you! You sure about that? You may wound this body, but this body is nothing to me. The vessel has served our purpose well. Yes, it's close now. Very close to my objective. Oh, wonderful. Well, it appears then that I know, big shock. Skorgrim was being used by a fell spirit.
Well met, friend.
You fought well, Pineleaf, and we have put an end to Skorgrim's menace. I am troubled by the escape of the Nazgul and the apparition that appeared upon Skorgrim's death, but there is nothing we can do about that right now. At least we have paid the Dowerhands for their treachery. Ha ha ha! Yeah.
Let us away.
It was a good battle, but I think it is time to leave. I'm ready to journey back to the guest rooms in Rivendell when you are. Yeah, let's go. I need to get warm. The good news is that Skorgrim is dead. The bad news is that the fell spirit controlling him and the Nazgul are escaped. What do we do now?
No dawdling.
You bring tidings both joyous and dark, Pineleaf. The Dowerhands are done. They will never hope to threaten the Longbeards again. While the news of the spirit that was driven from Skorgrim is unsettling, it is not as disturbing as the news of that rider's escape. What is worse, you tell me, that he has spoken of bringing men to Heligrod. What he seeks in that old dwarf hall is a mystery to me. Unfortunately, there is more that must be done if Rivendell is to be secured. Know, though, that I will give you whatever help I can. All right, especially now that he's free from having to do any of this stuff for the Dowerhands. What does this thing look like? What is this green like? Well, I might as well take this. Might as well keep it for cosmetic purposes.
Greetings, traveler. Will
I-
you stay a moment?
If you have a moment, allow me to tell you some of the tale of Heligrod, the runes which lie to north of here. The tale may shed light on what the writer seeks to accomplish, though I cannot guess what that may be. Maybe it has something to do with a certain dragon? No, nothing about that. Yes, Heligrod was delved beneath the mountain of Orod Lostol. It remained the northernmost outpost of Khazad-dûm for long years. Mithril was never found there, but a good many other stones and riches were. Those riches drew a dragon to Heligrod. Thorog he was named. He slew all the dwarves and made his bed in Heligrod's treasury. In Khazad-dûm, which the elves call Moria, Durin marshaled a company of dwarves to journey to Heligrod and slay the beast. Thorog was defeated, but Durin was slain by the dragon's dying breath. He was the fifth of that name. The next two had a sad end, but I will not speak of that now. Dwarves sought to reclaim Heligrod in the years that followed, but death hung heavy over the place, and they abandoned the halls and removed Heligrod's riches to Khazad-dûm. I do not know what the writer might seek to gain by taking to Heligrod. Perhaps he simply wants to fortify it. But I would wager there is more to this deed than we can see. Perhaps by scouting the borders of Heligrod, we can learn more of his plans. Do not attempt to enter Heligrod itself. Too many dark things linger there, and plus some Dowerhands that I encountered where Bingo was captured. But instead, seek the outer treasury. Search near Gongarag. Alright, fine. I'll scout the borders of Heligrod. Yippee. This looks like it could be a good place to scout. So of course, we also have a snow beast or three that we may need to deal with to make the area safe. Not that Heligrod is a place that's noted for its safety. There you go. I've discovered the treasury of Heligrod. Apparently I've also discovered some whites. Well, collected sigil of Drugoth. Wonderfully full. Back to Gloin. I found the door there guarded by some whites, and they dropped this.
No dawdling.
Whites! Surely this is the doing of the writer. And that sigil you found is on one of them. I can tell that it is an artifact of evil, but its true meaning is beyond me. Perhaps it is time to get the help of Master Elrond. Well, all right.
Come and stay a moment, friend.
I am a master of earth, stone, and axe, Pineleaf, not of these fell whites and evil artifacts. Go to Master Elrond in Rivendell and tell him all that has transpired. Right. Fine. Back to Rivendell. Hello there, Elrond. It appears that the Nazgul has escaped into Heligrod, and that one of the whites there dropped this.
Hope is not in vain.
So you've returned, and with evil tidings. This is the mark of a Gaunt Lord. Perhaps you've seen one of them before? Yes, I've run into a Gaunt Lord or two. Sometimes Gaunt Lords use these sigils to summon the fell spirits that animates the white. The sigil you have brought is a mark of Drugoth the Black, a powerful Gaunt Lord. And for what drew the Nazgul and his Gaunt Lord to Heligrod, I fear I know now what they seek. It isn't big and used to breathe fire by any chance.
Dark days are coming.
What the Nazgul seeks has become apparent to me, Pineleaf. Glowing told you of the fall of Heligrod, I expect. During the fifth, such dwarf to bear that name slew the dragon Thorog, but perished during the battle alongside most of his company. When it became clear that Heligrod was a place of evil, and their attempts to restore it futile, the dwarves removed the riches from the treasury and left the dragon's body to molder. However, I fear the cold and ice of Orod Losto may have preserved the body of this dragon far longer than any would have thought. Even after death and the passage of so many years, the body of Thorog would possess great power. I fear that Drugoth the Gaunt Lord might use his arts to place some spirit within that corpse, raising the most terrible of whites to be in the service of Angmar. A dragon white within reach of Imladris is too grave a threat to be ignored. I must ask you to go to the treasury of Heligrod and put an end to the plans of Drugoth and the Nazgul. It will be a difficult task, so gather a party of mighty warriors and go forth, unless you have inspiration, in which case you won't need it. Yeah. Whee! Will I be able to dance a little song of fire and ice? We'll have to find that out in the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.